Our ongoing analysis project began with selecting a company. In my group's instance, we selected Coca-Cola, and then we gathered all the necessary information to proceed through Module 1. We looked up Coca-Cola's 10K through its website under the filings and reports and selected annual filings 10K. With the 10K, we were able to access Coca-Cola's consolidated balance sheet, income statement, and statement of cash flows. Our group then went into the template and began inputting all the necessary information. Module 1 allowed for us to calculate, analyze, and compare the ratios of short-term to long-term assets, as well as the ratio of liabilities to equity, which I'll scroll over and you can see that right here. And as we move further down, additionally, under Module 2, we gathered more information with the statement of cash flows, where we then were able to further examine the balance sheet. We noticed that in 2020, Coca-Cola's largest asset was their equity method investments at $19,273 in millions. In 2021 and in 2022, Coca-Cola's largest asset was goodwill, which was at $19,369 and $18,782. This means that Coca-Cola bought another company and overtook its assets, and so the company then is worth more than all its combined tangible assets together. Coca-Cola's largest liability for the past 3 years was its long-term debt. Although it has been their highest liability, the number has decreased from $40,125 to $36,377, which lets us know they are most likely making payments on their debt, not relying on it further for growth, and they're becoming more financially independent. The proportion of total assets financed by owners in 2022 is 28% of assets at Coca-Cola, and they're financed by their owners. This number has gone up by 4% since 2020, which was at 24%. As of 2022, 72% of total assets is financed by non-owners. This number has gone down by 4% since 2020, which was at 75%. Under the income statement analysis, we determined that the major expenses are cost of goods sold for the past 3 years. In 2022, their expenses regarding cost of goods sold was $18,000. This has gone up $4,567 since 2020. The only year another expense came close was in 2021, when the cost of goods sold was at $15,357, and their selling, general, and administrative expenses were $12,144, which was around $3,213 off. Then, to identify unusual or discontinued items in a company's financial statement, one would typically review the footnotes to the financial statements and the management's discussion and analysis section of the annual report. After reviewing this section of the report for Coca-Cola, there are no unusual or discounted items. We also looked to determine whether the Coca-Cola company was more or less profitable compared to the prior year. Analysis of the company's income statement, specifically comparing the financial performance metrics between the current year and the prior year. In our case, the net income in current year is $9,571, and in the prior year, it was $9,804. Looking at these metrics, one would assume that the company is not profitable. However, in prior one, it was $7,768. So it's safe to state that the company is profitable. And I'll scroll over here so we can look more further at Module 2. So finally, under the statement of cash flows, we learned that Coca-Cola's cash flows over the last 3 years were positive, with the highest being in 2021 at $12,625. The cash flow has decreased from 2022 to 2021, with 2022's cash flows being at $11,018. And the cash flow for the last 3 years has all been larger than the net income. The past 3 years are as follows. 2020, it was $9,844. In 2021, it was $12,625,000. In 2022, it was $11,018. Coca-Cola used cash in investing activities, which was negative $763 in 2022. They spent less money in 2022 compared to the negative $2,765 in 2021. The financing in 2022 was negative 10,250. So they spent more in 2022 compared to 2021, which they spent $6,786. So basically, all in all, after completing modules 1 and 2, we learned that investors are willing to pay more for each share of the company's stock than its book value would suggest. The market capital for December 30th of 2021 was $256,083. There's a significant increase, which indicates that the company has acquired other businesses or assets during the year, leading to a larger market presence. We'd say that over the course of these last couple weeks, we have learned a great deal about Coca-Cola and their financial situation. And we look forward to learning more as we go, continuing with modules 3, 4, and so on. And we just thank you so much for providing us this opportunity to learn more about another company's business. Thank you so much.